official has figured out the LeBron code. Is that for years and years we've been trying to kind of figure this out. How do you move LeBron off ball? He's figured it out, and they tried it with AD. It didn't work. The LeBron-Luka code, one's a quarterback, one's a wide receiver. Luka's going to control the tempo, control the pace, control the game. He's going to play quarterback. And Luka can really fill up the box score. First half, he was like Dennis Rodman. He was dominating the glass. Second half, he got some scoring. But 12 assists tells you how much and how often Luka had the ball. And he is a very deft passer, especially trying to find players down the floor. He's a great outlet guy, a great down-the-floor passer. He is running the show. So that's the first thing. You know, this is not Darvin Ham would frustrate Laker fans. Does he know offense? J.J. Redick knows offense. We got 5 games. It took Eric Spoelstra about a dozen games to figure out LeBron and D-Wade, and Spoelstra is an all-time coach. I think J.J. Redick has figured out LeBron Luka in about 6 games. I think he figured it out in Denver, and he figured it out last night. And my number 2 take is that allows LeBron, and I talked about this yesterday, to have these 5- and 6-minute energy spurts where he's just remarkable. But what I watched last night, I've already texted one of LeBron's guys. What I watched in the fourth quarter last night is the greatest performance I've ever seen by an old NBA player in a meaningful game in the fourth quarter. LeBron was easily the best player on the floor. I could not believe what I was watching. 16 points, racing down the floor, making defensive stops, alley-oops. I've never seen an old man fourth quarter like that in a game that had some relevance. It had some resonance. They're trying to get the Luka LeBron thing right. It's Luka playing his old team. If you had never seen LeBron James play, if it wasn't for his hairline, let's be honest, you would have watched that fourth quarter and thought, who the hell is this 26-year-old? He's amazing. I could not believe what I was watching. His energy was a notch above every other player on the floor, and he's the old guy. Even on that tip, he positioned himself aggressively. He got the tip, then followed it up with a game-clinching shot. And both LeBron and Luka, one of the things that's really obvious, how happy, how joyful LeBron looks. This is bad for the NBA. Today, 5 games, I would sign LeBron to a 2 to 3 year contract. You can see, it's like a kid that gets a new bike at Christmas. He is a new ice hockey game. He is so happy. He is so joyful. They tried for a year. He loved AD. But AD can't initiate offense. AD's not a quarterback. He was like the best tight end in the league, and LeBron then had to play quarterback. Now LeBron can get up the floor, conserve energy, wait until they need him for 5- and 6-minute spurts. And I'm telling you, I sat and watched that fourth quarter. I could not believe what I was watching. He was so far and away the best player on the floor. And I know Dallas was missing bigs. He was getting shots at the basket he would normally not get. I'm baking that in. I understand that. But I think J.J. Redick has figured it out. I think it happened faster than the D-Wade LeBron convergence. I think it happened about the same time. I think Kyrie and LeBron figured it out pretty quick in Cleveland. But there's a Magic Kareem feel to it where Magic runs the show. But if you got to about 4 minutes left, Magic gave it to the big fella. You drop in the skyhook. Now, they're obviously much different games. Luka's a much better scorer than Magic, and Kareem doesn't run the floor like LeBron. Old Kareem doesn't. But there is a Magic Kareem feel to it where, hey, Luka, Magic going to run the show. Both great passers. Both can score. Both just tremendous self-awareness on the tile. But we're going to give it to the big fella down late, the old big fella, and he's going to clean stuff up. And, J.J. Redick talked about it, and Luka after. That was fun to watch. And what I saw was energy, happiness, joy. I'm telling you, I don't know if I've seen LeBron this happy since the championship year in Cleveland. I mean, that's what it looks like. His body language, his energy, it's palpable. Here's the coach and Luka after.
He gives off a certain level of joy, and I feel that joy, and it gives me joy. That's just how it's always been. Him and I communicated the very first day he got to LA was just like, are you comfortable being coached with honesty? And he said, yes. Are you comfortable being coached with direct communication? He said, yes, that's what I want. And I said, okay, great. Then you and I are going to be good. And it has been.
The closure is going to take a while, I think. It just It's not ideal, but like I said, I'm glad this game is over. It was a lot of emotions, but we go little by little, and every day is better.
That's a fun watch. Isn't it amazing? Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, Luka to the Lakers. You look up and you're like, maybe they won't have a TV rating problem next 3 months in the NBA. So let's be honest. Obviously, Nico Harrison's legacy, this is not going to do it any favors. But this needs to be said about the Luka trade. We have to be fair. If AD was healthy, and he'll be back in a couple of months for the Mavericks, it may be too late, but if AD was healthy, Dallas is an excellent team. Okay, for in league history. He is, in my opinion, he is the most skilled basketball player in the world. Left hand, right hand, outside, mid-range floaters. I've never seen a player like him. This is not a revelation. Everybody knows this. But now that he gets the ball more, holy whatever. The kid's magical. Number two is AD's a perfect fit with him. In the one game they played together, AD took the Rockets to the cleaners. He dominated 26, 16, and 7. AD's a perfect fit. He'll anchor the back line. He'll anchor the defense. He doesn't need the ball in his hands. So Kyrie and AD are actually, you could argue, a better fit than Kyrie and Luka because Kyrie's not a great defensive player. Luka's worse. And AD doesn't need the ball in his hands. That's better for Kyrie. And he's a great defensive player. I think he's the best defensive player in the league. And here's the other thing. Dallas has got a lot of very good supplemental or role players. P.J. Washington, Klay Thompson was hot as hell last night. Spencer Dinwiddie's always been a pro. Max Christie, Derek Lively when he comes back. Now, 2 or 3 months, generally young athletes. He's young, get healthy faster than you think. But Dallas, actually, I think their roster fits better than the Lakers. Lakers have more playmakers. Between Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, they are top-heavy on playmakers. But I would argue the Dallas Mavericks have the best center rotation in the league when everybody's healthy. I think their pieces fit really, really well. And if AD wasn't hurt, I mean, it's a lopsided trade because of Luka's greatness and his age. But if AD was playing right 4 minutes and a half, I thought this is going to be a bloodbath. And Dallas just scratched and clawed and fought with none of their bigs. I mean, they could have lost by 30, and you'd have just said, that's what I thought it was going to be a bloodbath. So Lakers may have won the trade. Dallas is well-constructed. That is a well-constructed team. J-Mac is being cynically looking at me. I'm saying at the end of that first half, when it was like 12, if that thing would have ended up 18 at half, 30 end of the third quarter, you would have come home from your luxury seats and thought, I saw what I thought I would saw. Be honest. When that thing was tied in the fourth quarter, if LeBron wasn't playing the best fourth quarter of his last decade, Lakers don't win that game.
Yeah, no, great point. It looked like Luka kind of ran out of gas. The emotional toll wore on him. He didn't do much offensively. He had a couple of nice passes. But I can't believe you just went 11 minutes raving about this game and zero mention of Austin Reeves, who, by the way, smart move by J.J. Redick. He put Austin Reeves on Klay Thompson after Klay got hot. Final 5 minutes, 0 baskets for Klay Thompson. I'm telling you, man, this Lakers team is, the Mavs are well constructed, but this Lakers team.
And I think one of the things that jumps out to you is these guys really like playing together. Like sometimes you can watch. I've criticized quarterbacks in the NFL for this, like body language when they're trailing. And like Matt Stafford's got good body language. You can never tell if Matt's winning or losing. His body language is positive. He's barking at players. The Lakers' body language with LeBron and Luka, LeBron, that's the happiest I have seen him since the Kyrie-LeBron championship year in Cleveland. Even when they were winning in COVID, it always felt like he was waiting for AD to kind of take the baton. And this is not